what anybody says, but what I wore to the Houston Rodeo should have been the least of y'all concern. And I don't.
Y'all getting on here saying that Houston Rodeo needs a dress code is literally the ramifications of us telling y'all that you should not go out into public with bonnets, pajama pants, all of that. You should take pride in your appearance when you go out into public. Like, we're literally seeing a trickle-down effect. It started with, oh, I can wear a bonnet and my hair wrapped up in public. Oh, I can, wear pajamas in public. Oh, I can wear see-through clothing in public. Uh-oh, somebody's in my business. Anyways, we're looking at a trickle-down effect. So now you've raised a culture of people, oh, I can do whatever I want. I can show up however I want. People can't judge me. Only God can judge me. And so now that's what the generation behind us is now proving. Or my generation too, technically. So you got to pick a side. Literally, the people who wear their behind out, the people who have on see-through clothing, and I've seen it all. I've been locked in on Houston Rodeo outfits, child. These are the people that will wear a bonnet in public. These are the people that will argue down to wear a bonnet or to wear pajama pants in the airport. No regard, no respect, for their appearance or anything. We're literally watching in real time the way things unfold.
And we are back. It's your boy Learn, and we back at it again. Yo, sorry for the break. Took some time off. Had some stuff going on. But what are we here to talk about? The Texas Rodeo. What's going on, ladies? Right? There were children there. There were families. They talking about putting bans on y'all. What are we doing? Like, to my man out there, right? We want our women to feel sexy when they go out. We want you to feel liberated. And what we don't want you to do is cause new laws where there wasn't, right? That's where we're at right now. That's the current situation at hand. The Texas Rodeo was a cheek fest. Bootylicious. Whatever song comes to mind. Even if you back in the 90s, some of y'all would have said it was thong. But whichever way we want to do it, there's a ban. What do you guys think? We're going to dive deep into it today. And as we dive, we're going to get some questions answered by you, the internet, by you, our good people out there. We're going to find out what was going on. Let's check some clips out.
Man, when we mess something up, man, we mess up something good for everybody. For everybody. So now it's been announced on the news today. It was announced yesterday, but I seen it on the news today, Texas News, that the Houston Rodeo is implementing a new dress code because of all the things that's recently happened this rodeo of 2026. You guys know how long the rodeo has been around, man. Rodeo's been around before a lot of y'all was even born, thought of, before y'all moms and dads was even born. But in 2026, we had to just go mess it up. Now with all of the weird stuff that's going on down there with our own people, it's always us, man. It's always us that take something good and mess it up. That's the reason why a lot of the clubs in the neighborhoods are closed down. Because people are moving their clubs to different cities and states because there's always something going on at the clubs with our people that's messing up the whole entire establishment. You take the Houston Rodeo, for example, a multi-billion-dollar-a-year company, multiple vendors there, small children, farmers, church people, like judges, lawyers, people in high places, and we got to go down there with little bitty skimpy little shorts on so the little bitty kids can see this stuff, man. We take something so good and mess it up. And then we do this stuff and act like it's cute. And then we get online bragging about how good we was looking, how I'm a baddie. You're not a baddie. A baddie don't have to do all that. If a person claims that they're a baddie, you don't have to do all that extra stuff to get attention, being thirsty. Nobody really cares about that stuff. But the thing is, now the Houston Rodeo is implementing a new dress code. Whatever happened to just a nice pair of shorts, a pair of cowboy boots, and a nice little cowboy hat? or a nice pair of jeans, even though it's hot sometimes, a nice pair of jeans, a nice pair of shorts or something. So now the rodeo is saying, no, we're not going for that anymore. You know, I know the rodeo want to say a lot of stuff, but they can't legally say it without getting in trouble. But I can say it. It's our people, man. It's always our people that's taking something and messing it up good, messing up something so good. And I really don't care what nobody say. If you offended by what I say, then you're one of the ones I'm talking about, who don't care how you leave the house looking, have no respect for little children, man. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say, man. It's a shame that we can't have nothing good, man. And then y'all hear about what happened this spring break weekend at the rodeo. Once again, our people, the footage shows it, our people right there again, acting the fool, just pulling out pew-pews, fighting, pulling knives out. It's the same stuff, man. Like, what is going on, man? You guys comment, let me know what y'all think of this new rodeo dress code that they're implementing. And thanks for watching.
That's just it. There is just too much bootylicious cheap clapping going on down there. And, you know, our counterparts don't like that. Yeah. I'm still wanting to say that a woman can be expressive, can still show her femininity and her shape with certain things she wears. You heard the lady at the beginning say, right, she wanted to show you the tags. They want to show you, like, I'm buying these shorts exactly at the same place as you're buying your clothes. It's just because my body is shaped different. Well, the rodeo folks, they think different, right? They're gonna ban you. They're gonna say that's too much cheeks for a 7-year-old to see. That's way too much for him to experience. He just got done watching Bubble Guppies. He doesn't know what he's seeing. They say it's a family event. But what do you guys think? You think they went too far? Right? I went all across TikTok and looked around and seen some of the outfits the ladies were wearing. I wouldn't say that they all were what they say that, you know, night walkers wear. Everyone wasn't showing sheer see-through, right? Dr. Cheyenne Bryan type clothes. Shout out to her. But no, they all weren't doing that. But again, when is too much enough? And I think we've reached that boiling point. Well, they have reached that boiling point over there, because now there are laws, guidelines, and regulations. And where does it stem from? It has to come from somewhere. They wasn't there before. Let's check
I don't care what anybody says, but what I wore to the Houston Rodeo should have been the least of y'all concern. And I told myself I wasn't going to respond to the negative comments, but I'm going to put this out there because I'm going to defend myself since I'm getting so many nasty, hateful, and really mean comments. So this was the outfit I wore, and I posted a walking video, and for some reason it ended on the wrong side of TikTok, and now I'm being personally attacked for it. Number one, I was wearing American Eagle shorts to the rodeo. I did not search up butt cheek shorts. I did not get any shorts from a boutique. I got them from American Eagle, and I know a lot of people shop there. Number two, my behind was not out. When you're walking, obviously things are going to rise up, which happens to me because I am not slim. I am not skinny in the back. Naturally, when I walk, things rise up. I did not buy those shorts so that they could rise up on the back of me. If we want to actually be specific, I sized up in those shorts. Those shorts were created by American Eagle like that. I usually wear a size 4. Those shorts are a size 6. And I'm bringing the receipts. These are the shorts, and as you can see, it is a size 6. So I had sized up in these shorts because I didn't want them to be too short. This was my first time not only going to Houston, Texas, but also going to the rodeo. I had asked somebody who lives in Houston, Texas, what I should wear to the rodeo. What are the kind of things people wear? They told me shorts, a top, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat, which is exactly what I was wearing. I did not intend to be there to disrespect anybody's family or think it was a family event and that's the way I was going to dress there to be disrespectful. No, I just wore that outfit to the carnival and had a great time. Got on rides, I got food, and nobody had a problem when I was there. So crazy though, because I bet y'all if another woman who probably didn't have the same shape as me or wasn't the same color as me was wearing the exact same outfit, you guys would not feel the same way. And like I said, it was my first time going to the rodeo, first and last. But you guys could have easily educated me nicely without being very rude, disrespectful, coming for my life, coming for my family's life, and saying nasty things. That's the problem with the world today. Mind you, you guys have bigger problems to focus on. My outfit should have been the least of y'all concern. People were fighting at the rodeo. People were getting stabbed at the rodeo. They literally had to close it down. But you guys decide that my outfit is the biggest topic of discussion with the way the world is going right now. And that is the problem. A lot of y'all can get on the internet and say very hurtful and disrespectful things, but when it's time to speak up about important things, y'all have nothing to say. And if we really want to talk about it, there were outfits people were wearing that were completely inappropriate. My whole top is covered. I have no cleavage out, and I was walking, so my shorts were riding up, but no, my whole behind was not out. Because trust me, if my whole behind was out, y'all would have known it. There's way more back there. Anyway, for the people who educated me nicely about it, I really appreciate your comments. And for the people who were calling my outfit cheap, yes, it was cheap. Why the hell would I be wearing an expensive outfit to be outdoors at a carnival? But one thing's for sure, two things for certain, don't ever call me cheap. Do your research before you say something about somebody. Go take a look on my Instagram, go take a look at my lifestyle, go take a look at my profession before you try and comment things coming from my life, because I promise you, a lot of the people that were saying the most nasty things, y'all will never level up to me in real life. Anyways, I hope you guys stay blessed, and I hope this teaches a lot of y'all to think before you speak. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but what you're not gonna do is come and make me seem like I'm the biggest problem out there when y'all have a whole bunch of problems. Think about the people who were getting beat up at the carnival. Was that appropriate for children? No. I'm over there enjoying my time, taking a couple cute pictures, and I just so happen to be thick. That is not a crime though. Stay blessed and do better. Hope this helps. Bye.
And what she was wearing should be the least of y'all concerns. Yeah, that's kind of where most people are at, right? They're just saying now it is banned, right? That's all we're saying. We're saying because you wore it and it looked like that, it's banned. And she's saying there's way more back there. Come on, young lady. She's a beautiful young lady, but we know what she was doing with that one. All the fellas out there, there's way more back there. But that's just to say how they felt. They felt like they were not in the wrong. They said this ban wasn't because of us. This is because some people felt a certain way about the way our bodies were shaped. We can't control it. TML, what are we supposed to do about the thickness we possess? That's kind of where they're at. But we as men, we say, hey, we got to do better, because it seemed to always be us, right? Us and our community, us and our culture, that we feel we're not in the wrong when everyone else around says, that's probably wrong. But we need to start a conversation. We need to have more women in these conversations, these spaces, to be like, okay, what outfit, and probably show a couple of them, do you feel may have been inappropriate to wear around children? Because that's the question we're asking. We're not trying to say anything else other than there were families there, and there's a certain way you have to uphold yourself, which we didn't see that type of decorum. We didn't see that type of, how could you say it, ability to understand the situation, to read the room. I don't think that they had that mindset when they were wearing certain clothes. So, like, again, all women weren't doing the same things. And there's a lot of men that were on there saying the same, like, they agree. Everybody, not all, wasn't in the same space, right? They were really modest. But again, women that wore the same type of shorts but without the body, did they get judged? That was the question, right? But we're going to check out a few more clips on the situation.
Boots, hats, and denim. If you're attending Rodeo Houston, the fashion is one of the first things you'll notice inside the gates. But the fashion has evolved over time. Some attendees say for the worse. Rodeo CEO and President Chris Bowman says after a spike in feedback on clothing choices, they decided to listen and updated their dress code.
I think it's about making sure your skin is covered to some, to a great extent, making sure that what you put on as you think about a 9 or 8 year old looking at you, would it be appropriate? Would they be asking questions?
New rodeo guidelines say they can deny admission or remove people wearing clothing with obscene images and language, excessively torn clothes, visible undergarments, or clothing that exposes portions of skin that may be considered inappropriate for a family environment. Bowman says what is and isn't appropriate is subjective. Miona Graves with Texas Southern University says subjective rules can create problems when it comes to enforcing rules equitably.
But if we're just going off of eyesight, how do we say what is too short? How do we say what is too revealing? If someone has like a mesh top on, do we say that that's too revealing, or where do we draw the lines?
Graves says more clearly defined rules on what is and isn't okay could help ensure everyone is being treated fairly. Bowman says they aren't looking to single anyone out and trust the people enforcing the code of conduct.
We feel very confident in the security that we have on site with different levels of security around the grounds to be able to address it, just like we would address anything that happens here every.
I think, and I believe you need to bring back shame. Shame. That's the only thing that's going to help. That's the only way to get women to understand the severity of what they were trying to say by passing the laws, by putting those certain things intact to say, hey, you can't wear that here now. That's a more of an arrow being pointed towards you. They're not saying anything towards the men, right? We're saying, women, we have to understand that this was a family event. I've said it so many times throughout this whole this episode that it's a family event. That's the part. You were sitting next to a toddler dressed like that. You didn't feel uncomfortable? That was the bigger question. How did you feel when you walked in? Did you feel like it was all eyes on me in the good way? Right? Back Tupac on the stage type feeling. You thought all the eyes was on you? No. But I want to know what you guys think. That has been your content. I have been your host. Thank you for joining me. We're gonna get it. We gotta figure out what's going on, y'all. We gotta figure out. We gotta do better. Until next time. Peace.